Hello and welcome back everyone. In today's video we'll discuss about some features and how you can use them in your part documents. So I'm going to create a new part document, and today we're going to be using the Extruded Boss / base feature. So this feature can be used to create a new feature that you can use as a base in your SolidWorks 3D design. So to create a new extruded base feature, you need to click on this button, and it asks you about selecting a plane on which to sketch the feature cross section. So you need to specify a plane or a surface on which you can create a feature cross section, and that cross section will be used as a base point on which your feature will be extruded from, and then we'll proceed from that. So I'm going to select the top plane, but you could select any other plane. As I click on the top plane, it takes me to the sketch toolbar, and you can also see the button that says exit sketch is also highlighted here. So now I have to define a cross section on which I can extrude my feature. To define the cross section, I can define the shapes using rectangles or circles or splines or any other features available in my sketch toolbar. So for simplicity, I'm going to use the rectangle sketch feature. As I click on the rectangle sketch feature, I have different options to create a rectangle. I can create a rectangle by specifying two corners. So it says 1 and 2, so 2 points on a rectangle, or 2 corners can be specified. I can also create a rectangle by selecting a center and 1 corner. I could also create a rectangle by choosing 3 points or 3 corners. I could also choose a rectangle by choosing a center and 2 points on the rectangle, and I can also create a parallelogram. So today I'm going to choose the rectangle by pressing on center and 1 corner. So for this rectangle, I need to first specify the center of the rectangle, and then I need to specify the corner of the rectangle, or the top right corner of the rectangle. So for the center, I'll choose the origin point, and I'll click here, and as I drag my mouse, it creates a rectangle, and I can resize the rectangle as I wish before I can choose the top right corner of the rectangle. So I'm going to specify a top right corner, just a random corner, and you can see it creates a rectangle specified by the center and the top right corner. Now to exit the sketch mode, I can either press the button on the top right corner of the screen, or I could also press the exit sketch button on the toolbar. So as I exit the sketch, you can see that it takes me to the properties manager, and now I can access different properties related to the Boss Extrude feature. For example, these properties would be how much I want to extrude this feature or this cross section, in which direction will I want to extrude it, and from where do I want to start the extrusion. Like I can start it from the sketch plane or the surface plane or the vertex. So I'll choose the default option, which is the sketch plane. Now I need to specify the direction of the extrusion. To specify the direction of the extrusion, I have two options. I could choose from direction 1, or I could choose to add another direction, which is direction 2, which by the way is unselected, as I can see from the tick box on the left. Now I can specify the depth of extrusion, or the amount of the height that this rectangle will have. So to add that, I can add a number in this edit box that says depth. For example, 3 centimeters, and you can see the box automatically changes the dimensions. Another way to add the depth into your extrusion is to use the handle or the main arrow in the middle that says direction 1. If I click on this, it shows me a scale on the side, And now I can drag my rectangle and I can update the value of the depth in this way as well. Another option that you get in the Extrude Properties Manager is the reverse direction button. You can reverse the direction of extrusion by pressing this button. So once you have selected the direction and you have selected the depth, you can just click on the tick button on the Properties Manager or the tick button in the main work window. That's it. Your first feature, that was a square or a rectangle, and you can create a 3D feature using the Extruded Boss. The upcoming videos will discuss more options in the Properties Manager of the Extruded Base, and I will also look into the details of the sketch features as well. Thank you very much.